Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And when you think of the best Tennessee Titans of all time, near the top of everyone's list should be running back Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry played 8 seasons with the Titans, totaling 9,502 rushing yards, 90 rushing touchdowns, twice led the league in rushing yards, twice in rushing touchdowns, each of the last six seasons, double digit rushing touchdown totals. Forever will be beloved by the Titans fan base, except there is a Tennessee writer that believes that the fans should not root for him at all this year. That is Paul Kuharsky. Previously worked for ESPN, now has his own independent website covering the Tennessee Titans. So he said, if you root for Derrick Henry to the extent that you want the Ravens to win so much as a game, you are not the Titans fan you think you are. Period. Not up for debate. If they're on the goal line at the end of a game, they're trailing by 4, and you want him to score, you are not the Tennessee fan you think you are. Well, I just want to say I don't like when other people tell fans what they should do, how their fandom should be shown. Not every fan is going to act the same way. And Derrick Henry, again, so beloved during his 8 years with the franchise, and you want people to just shut that off. I get that the teams have met in the playoffs recently, but they're not in the same division. This isn't a Saquon Barkley situation where Barkley went to a Giants rival in the division. Um, Ravens AFC North, Titans AFC South. But Derrick Henry did respond to Paul Kuharsky with simply, Paul, go find something to do. You see top comment, Derrick, I'm sorry we didn't find you a tier 1 quarterback. You would have been a multiple Super Bowl winner in Tennessee. Yes, I mean, they had Ryan Tannehill for a lot of his tenure, who had some pretty good seasons, but didn't really come through in the playoffs. The Titans did reach the conference championship game once. That was in the 2019 season. I mean, even in the postseason, his seven career postseason games, 732 rushing yards, so averaging more than 100 rushing yards per game in his playoff history. So, what are your thoughts on what Paul Kuharsky had to say? I'm not super familiar with his work. I know he was covering the Titans with ESPN. Do Titans fans like him? I know he's got his own independent website, so he's got to be doing okay. But it just, again, seemed like a strange thing to bring up in the middle of July, about a month and a half before the regular season begins. What makes you say, hey, let me, get some Derrick Henry fans upset? I mean, he's only one of the best players in franchise history. Of course, he will be in the Titans Ring of Honor, probably soon after his career is over. But what are your thoughts? Should Titans fans root for Derrick Henry? I don't see a problem with it, as long as they're not wearing a Ravens hat or a Ravens t-shirt, things like that. But again, don't tell people how they should be a fan. That's one thing I'll always believe in. Let people be the fan they